Hey guys, how are you? Just want to bring a couple things to your attention. We've had some issues recently, more than in the past, and Marisia and Ellie and Jennifer have brought it to my attention again. So we got to make sure we cover something here. I know you guys, when you're in the field, you got to. The old saying is, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. You're trying to take every shot at an opportunity to make money, and of course, sell a deal. I get that. It's your job, make it happen, right? But there's a couple things that you're hurting yourself, you're hurting the customer, and you're hurting the company. And so just want to shoot a quick video to make sure you understand that you must pay attention to this, and you've got to get better at identifying it, most importantly, and how you move forward with this. So I'm going to share my screen with you real quick, and I'm going to show you some photos. Okay, be very, very, very careful not to make these mistakes. So I'm going to pull this up. All right, so in this particular house condo, all right, you see upstairs. So we're doing the windows upstairs, we're doing the windows on the side, we're doing the windows in the front, we're doing the windows, right, and we're doing the sliding glass door in here. Now, they wanted to also enclose this enclosed porch, if you will. All right. And if you look here, there's concrete here, this wall, there's concrete here, there's concrete down here, but these are pavers, they're not concrete. Okay. And if you look inside here, that's not concrete either. Those are pavers. So that does not constitute a stable, right? It's got to be at least 6 inches thick concrete slab, or concrete foundation has to be 6 inches thick, so to work down here. And then up here, this is all wood. This is wood fascia. And this post here, that is not a structural post. It's, as you can see, it's rotted at the bottom. Okay. In fact, there's a close-up of it. That's not steel. That's wood. It's rotted wood. And in fact, you can see here that that's 1x4 nailed together. And of course it's been painted, but that's all wood up here. So that is not going to pass an inspection. And in fact, an engineer, because this is a condo, it's going to require engineering. And when they see that wood, there's not a steel post up there. There's not a steel beam, although, we could put one up there. And the engineer would require that. But then this down here, if this was solid concrete, like the walls, right, not pavers, then you might be able to get along with this. But this just got denied, and the customer is furious because now they were excited about getting their whole entire house done, and they wanted this enclosure down here. And there's just no way to do it. It's not going to get done. It's not going to happen. They're upset. And obviously the sales rep is upset because that was additional commission on the deal. So when you see rotten fascia board up here, when you see rotten post, anything that's wood, we are not going to attach to that. Okay. So it's got to be concrete on the sides, concrete across the top, and concrete at the bottom. Again, had this been a solid, foundation or patio, poured patio, concrete patio down here, we probably could have got away with putting up some metal up here. Depends on what the engineer required, but we could have probably got it done. But as of now, the engineer is saying no. Jennifer's turning it down, and you guys have got to pay attention, okay, and be very, very cautious when doing this. If you're ever in that situation, for example, if the salesman had sold this, would have sent this to me, and I'd have looked at this, I could have told him, no, it's not going to work. But instead, he went and sold it, and now the customer's pissed. All right. So just want to share that with you. Be careful. I know you're trying to take every opportunity. I get it, but just don't be surprised when it comes back and it slaps you upside the head. And if you've already been paid on the front end of it, now they're going to take it back, right? So that's no bueno. Let's try to prevent that every opportunity we can. All right. So appreciate everything you're doing. Appreciate all the hard work. Appreciate the dedication. Appreciate the frustration. I know that the leads, are very scarce right now. And we're trying to get you into a house and make something happen. When the leads are this limited as they are right now. So just be patient. Just like your sales cycle goes up and down, right? Good and bad, the leads will flow that way too. And there's just things that we can't control. But John is doing everything in his powers to find every source for leads, for better leads, for more leads, and and it goes on and on and on. Okay. But everything you do, we appreciate you. Thankful for you. And if there's anything you need, you know where to reach me. Y'all have a good one. Thanks. Appreciate it.